The Nibelungenlied, or the Song of the Nibelungs, is considered the Germanic equivalent to the Greek and Roman epics. Just like the sagas you've read recently, which are likewise lengthy and somewhat convoluted in terms of their narrative structure, the Song of the Nibelungs is likewise too long to read at a single sitting or too expansive to define, at least by modern storytelling requirements, according to a single coherent narrative pattern. The Nibelungs themselves, vaguely evil dwarves who live underground and guard a contested and often threatened stash of golden treasure, are actually more background characters within the story, even as they contribute to the mythology that spreads across both the Norse and Germanic worlds. Nevertheless, like its Icelandic counterparts, this Germanic epic clearly fits within the era that we refer to as the High Middle Ages, and it is worthwhile therefore to review some sample selections as we familiarize ourselves with it. This slide provides a quick snapshot of the epic's storied history, so please pause and review as you are able to. Like many of the works from the High Middle Ages, this epic repackages events from centuries before and serves as a cultural touchstone for the medieval Germanic world. The story itself predates its transcription into literary form, but 3 definitive manuscript versions date to the 13th century. Gradually fading into obscurity by the end of the Middle Ages, the poem was rediscovered in the 18th century, in a time when epics across much of Europe were newly valuable and sought-after works which, if recovered, were held up as insignias of national and cultural values. As a result, this work was adapted to opera, notably by the famed composer Richard Wagner, and to multiple other art forms, even serving a regrettable role within the Third Reich as pro-Nazi propaganda. The poem itself focuses largely on the turbulent relationship between a Burgundian princess, Kriemhild, and Siegfried, a Rhenish prince. King Gunther, Kriemhild's brother, blesses their union as long as Siegfried assists his efforts to marry the Icelandic warrior princess Brunhild. With these unions established, tensions begin to emerge that drive the story forward, and it gradually transforms into a revenge tragedy punctuated by the murder of the hero Siegfried and Kriemhild's remarriage to the Hungarian king Etzel. Hopefully this character map is useful, if only to point out the many subplots that revolve around the tensions emerging from Siegfried's marriage with Kriemhild. A complicating component of the story is the matter of Siegfried's newly gained near invulnerability, which he has realized after slaying a dragon and bathing in its blood, making his skin thick and largely impenetrable to the thrusts of enemy swords and spears. Other versions of the story refer to him as Horna Siegfried or Horned Siegfried, a reference to his thick skin and heroic stature. For these and other reasons, Siegfried as a symbolic character was resurrected to serve as a heroic icon in pro-fascist propaganda in the 20th century. Scandinavian parallels to the Nibelungenlied are found in the Old Norse songs, the Volsungs, and the Poetic Edda. That is, we see some of the same characters within those works, especially Siegfried, and we also see a clear pattern of exchange in particular narrative moments and episodes. With all of that background established, I do hope you enjoy your encounter with the selected sections that you've been linked to, and for now I will thank you for your attention.